Hi everyone, it's Irit, and I'm back from, I guess, not so short vacation, almost 2 weeks. And this is unfortunately not a new layout, but I thought I would still edit it and upload it. And I made this page, I don't know, I guess a couple of months ago or something. And I'm not sure why I didn't upload it. I guess I'm not completely in love with it, but yeah, I guess not. I guess everyone's pages, they can't all be your favorites, right? Well, maybe some are lucky and they are. Anyway, I'm using an Amy Tan camera stamp, and this is from the Plus One collection, and I used Distress ink to stamp the image, and then I went over it with like a water brush pen type of thing, or water brush. It's from Faber-Castell, and it just like releases water, so there's no need to have like a pot of water and to dip it in. I like it because you get a little bit more control, I think, than just with, a bucket of water and a brush, but of course you could use that as well. So I just used a few colors, like shades of pink and oranges, and made my own background. I'm using here watercolor paper. I think in this particular layout you could probably get away with cardstock because I didn't use a lot of water, but generally when I do anything with watercolors or distress inks or something like that, I try to use watercolor paper because I find the results are better. The paper holds all that water nicely, watercolor paper. And my watercolor paper is slightly smaller than a 12 by 12 page, so I mounted it on a piece of pattern paper from a previous Amy Tan collection. It's from a paper pad that I got in the States. I don't know, Michael's, Joann's, one of these places. And it's one of the first Amy Tan collections, I think, and it's really nice because the paper pad has all kinds of die cuts and vellum, which I love. Yeah, so I used the chevron pattern of like white and pink because it really went with the Plus One products that I used. And I'm using here the Project Life mini kit and all kinds of like leftovers from other pages. And the subject of this page is again food. I love food. So I love Mexican food, and it's very hard to find Mexican food where I live now, and it's also very hard to find Mexican food where I lived for the first 30 years of my life in Israel. And I kind of, every time I go to the States, now it's mostly or almost always or always to visit my best friend. She already knows that we have to eat at least 2, 3, 4 times Mexican food because I really can't get it anywhere. I make at home kind of a poor man's Mexican food or some type of like Austrian Mexican food with ingredients that I can find, which is just tortillas and I make guacamole and salsa I can find and sour cream. But basically, if you give me salsa, guacamole, and sour cream, I'm a happy camper because I can put these 3 things on cardboard and really be happy. Yeah, so last time I visited my best friend, of course, we went to Chipotle, which is, I guess, like a chain of like Mexican food. I admitted that we also went to Taco Bell. I know some people consider that not really as food. I think my best friend's husband will not step foot in that particular fast food place. Um, but what can I say? I like the chalupas. So there you go. I admit it. And also remember that I can't get Mexican food, so I'm allowed, to just grab what I can when I can. And yeah, so we had a nice meal in Chipotle. And of course, I added guacamole. I don't care if it costs extra, it's just not the same without it. And yeah, I think it was one of the last meals we had on that visit. Um, so I just wanted to write a little bit about my love for Mexican food. um, yeah, and the rest of the page is kind of simple. Um, I just got back from a vacation, as I said, and I was traveling around a bit. We drove to France and spent also a couple of days in Switzerland on the way back to Austria, and it was a lot of fun, and I have a lot of photos, and oh, how I love France. It was really, I mean, we were a little bit in the Riviera area and a little bit in Provence. We just didn't have enough time um, to really stay long in one place. We just had to keep on moving. Um, but it was just lovely. I've been in Paris a few times, and when I was 18, I spent a few days in Toulouse and a bit that area, but I've never been to the French Riviera and Provence, so that was really exciting to be in a new place. Since we had our daughter, we haven't really traveled except to Israel or Austria. When we were in Israel, we were traveling to Austria, and now that we're in Austria, we travel to Israel. So it was really fun to just, see somewhere new. I mean, I love to travel, and it was quite a treat for me. I titled this page Messy Mexican, and I used a sticker from the Plus One sticker sheet. It came with a Scraptastic kit. I think it was the March kit. And the Mexican, that lovely, lovely script pink thickers are from my stash. They are also from the Plus One. And I think the page is cute. I definitely like the use of the cameras with the distress ink and that watercolored look. My only issue with it, I have issues, is that I'm not a huge fan of the combination on this page of the white and the cream. The watercolor paper is kind of cream, and the other pattern papers from the Plus One collection have white in them. And I tried, I thought that with using a 12 by 12 sheet of pattern paper that also had some white and then some more white layers, it wouldn't matter so much. And of course it doesn't really matter that much, but to me it's not really pleasing to the eye, that combination. Not that I'm going to do anything about it, but it's just for like a lesson to learn for next layouts. Not to mix, like I just don't like how it looks, that particular watercolor paper with white papers. So that's a lot of talking about nothing. I added some puffy stickers that I love. Some are from the Dear Lizzie Daydreamer collection, I think, and some from the Plus One. And that's it for this page. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll try to post some new layouts as soon as I can. Have a great day. Bye.